Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Otto Wallin. Otto Wallin states that Oleksandr Usyk and Joyce will give Fury problems in the ring. Otto believes that Joyce and Usyk can give Fury problems with the skills that they possess. Wallin points out that Usyk wasn't too small to defeat the 6'6" Anthony Joshua, who was a heck lot faster and moves more powerful than Fury. If Usyk's lack of skill doesn't hinder him against Joshua, it shouldn't be an issue against Fury, who isn't a great outside fighter and lacks power. Wow. If you remove the excess fat that the 270-pound Fury is carrying around, he's probably not that much heavier than Usyk. At best, Fury is about around 230 when you remove that fat off of his frame. Okay. Unlikely many, Wallin thinks the 6'3" Usyk has more than enough size to trouble the 6'9" Fury, who has struggled against smaller athletic heavyweights in the past. Fury has slowed down in recent years due to his age creeping in and his coach Sugar Hill Stewart teaching him to use his size to maul his smaller opponents to tire them. Luckily for Fury, he hasn't fought anyone with inside skills that would take the advantage of him mauling by nailing him with point-blank shots to the head to get him to quit using this tactic. The slow-plodding Derek Chisora was the type of heavyweight that Fury has already done well against, so it wasn't unexpected that he would have an easy time beating the washed-up 30-year-old journeyman last Saturday. Fury, of course, picked Chisora out obviously for that reason, and it wasn't because of him being on friendly terms with the old warhorse. And Otto Wallin continues saying, "It will be very difficult, of course. Usyk is smaller," said Otto Wallin. When asked about the size disadvantage the 6'3" Oleksandr Usyk will have against 6'9" Fury, he said at the same time, when you look at it, he's not that small. I've also been saying that Usyk is probably going to be too small for Fury. What is he, 6'3", 6'2", or something? When he was in the ring there with Fury last Saturday night, I didn't see that he was that small, but we'll see. They said he was going to be too small for Anthony Joshua too, but he wasn't. Fury is always going to be the favorite for me, but you can never rule it out. Usyk might pull it off. He's a smart fighter and has been boxing for a long time. He has a lot of experience. It will be very interesting. I want to see the fight, of course. Fury is a really smart fighter. He's going to try and outbox both guys and maybe try to push them back also. Wallin, when asked what was the harder one between Usyk and Joe, he said if he can make Joyce go back, that would be so much easier for him. But Joyce is really tough and he throws a lot of punches and would probably stay on Fury. It's hard to pick one. I think that both guys can give him problems, even though I think Fury would be the favorite in both fights. I think both guys can give him real problems in different ways. Those are the words of Otto Wallin. First of all, let me counterpunch. Let's see. This is from Mr. Charles Braun, okay? Now, let me counterpunch Charles for a second. He said that Fury, who isn't a great outside fighter and lacks power. No, okay, that hasn't been proven. Now, is he the hardest hitting guy, heavyweight? No, not necessarily, but lacking power, I wouldn't call that. I call that low-key hating. You know, that's not a counterpunch. That's a gutter punch, right? If you remove the excess fat that the 260-pound Fury is carrying around, he's probably not that much heavier than Usyk. At best, Fury is 230. He said that it was something else that he said that it was like, whoa, really? Okay, he said Anthony Joshua, who is a heck of a lot faster and who is a heck of a lot faster and more powerful than Fury. Listen, I don't think Anthony Joshua is a heck of a lot faster, if faster at all. I think Tyson Fury is faster with combinations than Joshua. But then, to be fair, we haven't seen Joshua throw combinations because combinations for him hasn't really been his strong point due to the fact that he's took on someone like Oleksandr Usyk. Okay, Usyk is a guy that you can't land combinations against. It's like, it's almost like Floyd. Why would you worry about combinations when you're not going to land? You're either going to get countered or you're going to be punching in thin air because he won't be there for you to punch. He will be here or he will be there, or he will be down here when he bobs and weaves and dips and ducks those shots. So I don't see where he got Joshua is faster. Now, Joshua, I do believe, hits harder. Okay, especially with certain punches. I think he hits harder than Tyson Fury. But then again, they're all heavyweight, so what difference does it matter anyway? That's just saying, like, which bullet's the most deadliest. It don't matter if one of them catches you. You're going to die. Or you're going to get caught, or you're going to bleed. You're going to be hurt, right? So that's how I look at that. So, I mean, Charles Braun obviously is not a Tyson Fury fan. But I do agree with Otto Wallin that a lot of people thought that Usyk was just going to be too small for the 6'6" Joshua, and he wasn't. And do you think Anthony Joshua is that much smaller than or shorter than Tyson Fury? No. And another point he brought up, when they were face to face, that didn't look like a very big gap at all. You got these guys are in the sixes, bro. They're all tall. They're all taller than me. I'm 6'2". So for people saying, oh, well, he just be too small, that's just people's perception. That's the same type of mindset that people had that made people think that Anthony Joshua was going to go in there and destroy Andy Ruiz. And what happened in the first fight? The opposite happened. That's what happened. But that's that mentality, because your perception of seeing something, and a lot of times when you see something, that vision or of something, that image of something has you believing that, oh, there's no way. It deceives you. So don't get deceived by Tyson Fury being 6'9" and Oleksandr Usyk being 6'3". Okay? Look at the skills in the ring. Look at what they could do. Look at their keys of victory. And I think you should take size out of it. I think they should be more concerned about reach than size. So, but anyway, I will elaborate more on that if and when the fight gets made. You guys tell me what you think of Otto Wallin stating that Joyce and Oleksandr Usyk will give Tyson Fury problems. And I do agree with him also with Joyce, because Joyce does throw a shitload of punches. So it's hard trying to grab someone and they're constantly throwing punches at you. And I don't think that he will be able to keep Joe off of him the way he thinks he is. The only way that he's going to do that, Tyson Fury has to be physically strong, and he has to be strong enough to wrap up Joyce, because if he's not, Joyce is going to go right through him. And he's going to break him down, because Tyson Fury is not the mover that he used to be, and he's going to have to deal with those shots. He's going to have to counter those shots. Most importantly, he's going to have to make Joyce respect the shots that he has and hits them with. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Otto Wallin. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!